Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back yet again with some new big Toph. So, Tophia, she went live last night. I did just watch a few seconds of the beginning. Looks like she finally changed them shorts. It's about time. Okay, I don't know what happened. I guess she must have peeled them off. She had a new fit on today. Uh, Big shout out to my slug pups and slug cats. Thank you all so much for joining the channel. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Make sure you drop a like, and let's go ahead, jump into today's video and see what's cooking with Big Toe.
I have Wi-Fi now. Is it working?
What?
Anyways, there was this baby.
Hold on. Time out. Time out. Did she say she has Wi-Fi now? Did she go and get a Wi-Fi plan for the shelter? There's no way. There's no way. I'm just gonna assume she means like data, or I don't know, maybe she got some more data for her phone plan or something. There's no way that she got a literal Wi-Fi plan for the shelter. That would just be insane.
Baby bird, and I was like, look, there's a dead baby bird. And the lady was like, I guess she didn't really hear me, because then she was like, oh my god, it's a baby bird. And I was like, I just said that. So we had to bury him, poor little bird. Don't know what happened, but he was dead. It's like, oh, it's okay.
Okay.
Yes. Date you? I don't even know you, bruh. Oh my lord. That's not meant to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. That's not no joke. The bird died. It was a baby bird. What do you mean changed? I do have clean clothes. You should straighten your hair.
Finally.
I used to straighten it a lot. I stopped straightening it because it ruins my curls. It was ruining my hair. And I wasn't
Girl, the whole head is ruined as it is, but sure, okay.
using heat protectant. I straightened it a lot when I was in college. And then after college, straightened it a lot when I was younger. So I don't straighten it anymore. I have, but I've used heat protectant. But what? You wear glasses? No. I have 20/20 vision, and I'm spelling it wrong. I got 20/20 vision. I think my brother needed glasses, but I don't know. I know he needed braces. He didn't want those. There's this thing happening. My brother would have liked to go. It's a Hot Wheel event. When they're gonna have they have the big cars that they made from Hot Wheels. Yeah, it's gonna be like, oh look. We would have went to the Super Nationals or whatever it was on like Father's Day. He always like going to that stuff. I'm gonna do something for my brother's birthday, so I'll see him.
I guess.
I know someone who's a player. Jesus, girl. I am not even joking. Okay. He has a boyfriend, right? Anyways, it's a whole thing. I don't even know. It's crazy. Like, how he has a boyfriend, but she got the guy's numbers in one date. And I was just like, I was looking at her, 'cause she was talking to these guys, right? She's like, ooh, he's cute. And she's like, do you think he's cute? And I was like, yeah, I guess. He was tall. He had colored eyes, whatever. And
Okay.
so then she was like talking to me, and she's like, I got all three of their numbers. And I was just like, it's impossible. Hey.
Like, okay, so I mean, that's Tophia. I thought you hated when people was playing with people's feelings and, you know, cheating bad, but now you over here giggling and all giddy about your little friend finessing a couple of guys when she has a boyfriend. Huh. What happened to that energy that you had about, you know, people like Wesley playing in your face? But if it's your friend playing in her boyfriend's face, that's fine. Okay.
No, I can't do that. Like, yeah, I used to be under the tunnel and have all these guys around me. Like, I used to have all kinds of guys around me. I'm like, how do you do that? Just and this guy was just talking about his. He was like, oh yeah, I'm married. I have to tell her. Nope. Bam. Just. I was like, what happened to your other chick? You just dumped her? You was all married and now you're not married? Like, see, this is why I will never date men. Kid, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. And
What? So why are men catching strays? Both sides are fucked up, Tophia. You literally just got done telling us how your little friend has a boyfriend and got three dudes' numbers. And you're over here wondering how she does that. But then the guy that has a woman, oh, he's terrible. See, I'll never date a man. Man, fake ass, flip floppy.
men wonder why. One guy I told you
Girl, shut
that
up.
I ran into. My friend that was, when she was alive, she used to hang out with him. He's a juggalo, which means he's into ICP. He's crazy. Like the stuff he talked about, the things he would do at at a concert he did. I was like, okay. He's like an actor. Well, he was working for a haunted house, like an actor. Anyway, so what was crazy was I was at the shelter and I was like, oh, I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him. So I ran into someone else that thought that we went to high school together, but he has memory loss, I think, because I told him, no, our friend that passed away. And he's like, oh yeah. I was like, she passed away because I don't think he knew. And so, anyways, I knew he was gonna ask me. Sure enough, he's like, well, so are you dating anyone? And I'm like, no, because he was
Oh
the
my
one that kept
goodness,
trying to
Tophia.
date me. Yeah, the whole thing.
Well, why don't you date him? You over here worried about being forever alone and all this shit. No one ever shows interest in me. Nobody wants me. And then someone shows interest like, nah, I'm good. Shut up. You don't get to complain about being lonely, but you turn down every person that actually tries to talk to you, Tophia.
He wanted, and then this other guy that my friend was friends with, I ran into him at the shelter because I was like, oh, I hope he's okay. Sure enough, he popped up, like, he was like, oh, hey, and I was like, oh, hey. Then he tells me that, I don't know, that he was only there not that long, he was going to get a place or whatever. Anyways, so then I knew, because he was like, oh, you want to add each other on Facebook? And I'm like, here we go. Sure enough, you want to go out? And I was like, no, sorry. Why did I say sorry a lot? Why do I say sorry? Because I felt, and then what happens? He goes to Texas and is now all of a sudden engaged with some woman. And I don't like him at all by no means, but like, must have had to be talking to her when he was trying to date me. So please,
Yeah,
just, like,
pretty much.
what is wrong with men? Seriously. All of a sudden.
Tophia, what do you mean what's wrong with men? You literally just described how your friend has a man and is collecting numbers. Like, do you not see the hypocrisy? It's not just men. It's people. The hell, man. Ridiculous.
So he's moved on and he's engaged. I don't be doing anything. There's nothing wrong with me. What are you talking about? He was bored. I don't think he was bored, to be honest with you. He was not bored. I think he's always liked me, but he's never said anything. I've known him for a long time, for years. Because my friend, we used to do a lot of stuff together. I would run errands with her a lot. And she didn't really go out, but when she was alive, I would go run errands with her because I knew on the weekends, I would never see her. A lot of the time, she would just be home with her daughter. I had to bribe her to get her out sometimes. I would tell her, look, I'm going to buy you pizza. I would be like, you want to come have some pizza? I'm paying. I would just say, hey, let's go over here. I'm paying. And she would come out.
Bribing people for friendship. Like a 75-year-old woman for friendship. That's crazy work, Toph. I mean, damn. I didn't think it could get much sadder, but that's... that might be a new low.
That's what it was. The only time we hang out is when she was running errands. Otherwise, like, the crazy things, that was crazy. So, there's this teacher that was at her daughter's elementary school. I told you guys this story. And I knew the lady...
Exactly. So why are you telling us again? But go ahead.
Whose kids? So her kids were on Ellen, and the teacher got money for fostering the kids. I knew the kids, the dad, the mom. It was a whole abusive relationship with her. She was in two abusive relationships, one guy to the other. And trigger warning, anyways. So sorry, I should have said that before I spoke. But so my friend told her, she's like, did you know that the teacher got money for your kids? And she's like, what? And showed her the whole thing. She's like, I'm gonna go down there. And it was a whole thing. She was the one who she tried to leave on the train, and her boyfriend showed up because it was an unsafe relationship, and he prevented her from leaving. He kept her locked inside. He didn't let her go anywhere. Because my friend, she knew a lot of the homeless people. She knew a lot of people. Even though she had a place, she would just hang out with the homeless. She lived downtown. I used to vape a long time ago. Isn't that crazy? I used to vape a long time ago. The comments are insane. It's not a lie. Well, that's a hard one because I didn't even get to talk to her before she passed away. She wanted me to call her because my mom was like, oh, I ran into her or it was my brother, I think it was. One of them was like, oh, I ran into her on the bus. And she said to call her. I think it was my brother. And I lost her number. And then her daughter messaged me, was like, she died on my birthday. My mom is Hispanic. I'm not ignoring anything.
Now you're saying... Hold on. Now you're saying that your friend, her daughter, messaged you on your birthday? I thought before you said you wasn't sure. You don't know. Now you're saying that you were messaged by the daughter? Huh. Interesting.
All the comments are going fast. I'm still trying to get housing, so I don't even know.
Girl, Don't get me started on this housing shit. You're not trying to do anything, Tophia, but sure.
Mic in storage. How old am I? I'm 32.
56.
31 on my page. I probably didn't change it. I just, my house, this isn't my real house. I think she has Wednesday. She's doing good. The only issue is she hasn't been, she talks to me, but sometimes she can't because people hog the plug and she can't charge her phone and sometimes it's dying. So she's like, I'm not going to be able to message you for a while because my phone is dying. And I'm like, great, how Donald is. He's a pile of ashes. Sorry, dark humor.
What? Yo. What? Bruh, there's no way she just talked about her brother like that. That's actually fucking crazy.
It's dying. So she's like, I'm not going to be able to message you for a while because my phone is dying. And I'm like, great, how Donald is. He's a pile of ashes. Sorry, dark humor.
Oh my god,
Why do
Tophia.
people ask questions? They know. It was everywhere when it happened. The whole internet was talking about it. He got smoked. He's a pile of ashes.
Bruh, like, okay, I thought she hit a new low with the desperation thing. Like, this is actually sick. Like, how can you say that about your brother, man? Like, what the actual fuck, Tophia? And no, that's not dark humor. That shit ain't funny. I don't even like Donald. And I think that is just tasteless as fuck. Holy shit.
Hack. I don't mean like when people say we're smoking on that. No, literally. Why do people ask that question? Hello. I don't know. I tried to
Gross.
be funny. I guess that wasn't funny.
It wasn't at all. Like, I mean, it's one thing, of course, we get our laughs and chuckles and, we talk our shit about Tophia and her family. But like you saying that after, supposedly having PTSD and being traumatized and, oh, it's a year and a half later, I'm still stuck in a state of grief. You saying that was like, it might be like the most disgusting thing you've said over the past year. Like, that was just sickening, honestly.
I'm trying not to be. I'm not upset. It's just
Is it funny?
You asked that question. You clearly know. How do I feel?
You're not sad. You over here busting out laughing like, ugh, tasteless.
About Donald Trump? Read between the lines. That's how I feel. Yes. How many times do I have to say that? Someone's like, "You want to date women?" No, I want to date the floor. That made me think of that South Park episode, the Carpet Munchers, when they're like, they didn't know what it meant, but they were saying they wanted to eat carpet. Oh my god. Anyways, crazy, right? I'm not really into soccer. I used to be. I told you that because someone I like soccer, so that's the one. Holy shit. Otherwise, I like football. Not soccer, but American football. I wanted to be on the football team when I was in high school, but I know there would have been issues.
No, there wouldn't have been any issues. You would have made an excellent linebacker, Tophia. You should have tried out. Who knows, man? You could have went pro. First woman in the league.
People would have protested because girls can't play football. Thing. I wanted to wrestle in school too, but I couldn't do that. So my dad was like, "I can't take you to the meets." So yeah, I really wanted to wrestle. Probably. I'm really good at football. I'm really good at throwing a football.
Sure.
I was just playing one time, right? And then they're like, "How do you throw a football?" And I'm like, "I just throw it." They were like, "If it was the greatest thing ever." I'm like, I remember. I'm not lying. I used to play football with my brother's friends all the time. We lived in a gated community on the west side, those new houses. We lived there when they found those bodies, the West Side murders. We lived there. They were digging for new houses. Mind you, that area was right across from my high school. So all those bodies were right there, right across from my high school. And I remember they were digging up to put new houses and they found them. And a lot of these girls weren't missing reports because they had no family. Some of them were streetwalkers, you know what I mean? By streetwalkers. They were, yeah. They didn't have any family that reported them missing. Yeah, that's crazy news. And then, even crazier, there was 2 kids from my school that got into a shootout with a police officer. Mind you, this is so crazy. This is why police get away with stuff. And I don't know why people are here defending police because this police officer was drunk with his wife and baby in the car. And he was racing these 2. And I know both of them. It was Ronnie and Emilio. They went to my high school, right? And they raced this cop. And I guess he got mad because he lost. And he started shooting at them. And they're shooting back because, like, The guy was telling the story. He was like, yeah, I wasn't, like he had an out of body experience. He said he wasn't gonna go out like that, and it was a huge thing in the news. Right? And so this bullet went an inch from his wife, who was sitting in the passenger seat. And I'm like, the cop was drunk with a weapon, had his family in the car, racing two boys, and he's the one who shot them. So then he started harassing the other one of the boys. He was like, he pulled him over, told his friends to go to school, because drive to school. And then he started harassing him because they had a whole court thing. It was in court, whatever. Like, why I will never defend police, because like, you have your wife and your baby in the car, and and it all started because he was mad because he lost the race. Like, that's so crazy.
Okay.
One of the guys, Ronnie, had a bullet in his back. They couldn't take it out. It's stuck in there. And it was like, and he went to jail for that. It was a whole thing. And I knew them because this girl that I used to talk to, she was from Afghanistan. Her family came here when she was 12. She lost her parents, and she came from Afghanistan, right?
Bro, what the hell? Tophia, what the hell are these stories, man? What the fuck? Okay, your friend from Afghanistan when she was 12. Okay, what else?
We would talk all the time. People would bully her. They would say that, know what they would say. I'm not going to repeat it. But they would tell her, oh, you're going to school. Just like things like that. And she was kind of hurt about it, but yeah, I was getting bullied. Kind of in high school they tried, but it didn't work. And they tried to, it's like the whole disorder thing I had. Anyways.
Right.
So, had conversations. We would talk sometimes because we had the same class. She used to date that guy. We would like cheat on each other. Oh man, I found this account. Oh my god, I don't know how. The account's just find me on Instagram because, bruh, my page is blessed. It's blessed. Someone's gonna.
Is
say
it
something.
though? Is your page blessed when you're making chump change each day? I don't know, Toph. If anything, social media is a damn curse, but sure.
I know Reddit probably already posted because I liked the video. I know they're gonna say, what video? It's two girls that are dating. It's like a couple account. But yeah, a video of them came on my page, and the girl is like mirror, right? She's doing her hair in a bun. And her girlfriend comes up, grabs her, and kisses her, right? Obvious. I'm like,
okay.
I already know the Reddit's already on it. They're like, oh my god, she liked this video. It's just a normal video. There's nothing abnormal. It's just a couple account.
I mean, I don't know, Tophia. Like, since you've came out, supposedly, you've been posting, like, a ton of stories about your sexuality. And I don't know, man. I feel like we're almost back in the Wesley days. It feels almost as if you just fetishize women now. Instead of Asian men, now you're fetishizing women in lesbian relationships. That's just how it feels.
People keep mentioning her. I don't know. I wish that was me. Yes, I do wish that was me. How is that you? Are you being homophobic? Because how's that you? That's not you.
Coming from somebody that was being transphobic like just a stream ago, but okay.
What? That was my birthday. It was good. I made my own cake, which I still had to edit the picture so I could show you. I decorated my own cake. I made a Hello Kitty cake. It was crazy because I decorated my cake and they were like, you should be a cake decorator at Walmart. I did. I made my own birthday cake. Well, I didn't make...
Take that advice, Tophia. Maybe you should be a cake decorator. I mean, I wouldn't want you touching my fucking food, but hey, you gotta start somewhere as far as this job history goes. Maybe that'll be a good start for you.
The whole cake, I bought it. It was a heart-shaped cakes. It was a really popular one. And then what happened was they were like, oh, so they said you can't add stuff to it because if you add stuff to it, whatever the case may be. So I decorated my own cake. There was something in that. So the lady was shocked because she was like, I thought, anyways. So then I just bought a plain pink heart-shaped cake and basically I decorated it myself. I made the frosting myself. I decorated it myself. So I thought when I get a place that I might make a video decorating one cake a month. I don't know. We'll see. I want to do a cake decorating video.
Okay.
That was fun. Now I know how to decorate cakes. It's so easy. House of Dragons? No, I couldn't. My birthday presents, I didn't get. Oh, I got $20. No, actually, I got 40. Someone gave me 30, I think it was. And then we went to this. They have all over Albuquerque now. They have these food truck parks, and you can go there. They have a DJ. They play music every Saturday and Sunday. Or on Fridays, there's one on Fridays, and it's a food truck park, and you go there. So we went, and this guy was like, whoever could sing this song, which was Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell, whoever can sing it all the way, and if people vote if you were good or not, then you get money.
Girl, like, We know. You told us this when your birthday happened. What the fuck? My God. Okay. I feel like I'm just stuck in a fucking genjutsu where the same shit just keeps repeating.
And so one of the people I went with, she's like, go up there, go down. I'm like, no, because I'm not a singer. I was like, oh, heck no. And then she was like, go on. And then she said, right here. So then I had to, I went up, I sang. I think he turned my mic off, just to be honest, because I
Womp
think it was his
womp.
wife. I don't know if that was his wife. She had a booth, but she knew me from TikTok. Go figure. She's like, I seen you. She goes, I like your content or whatever. Anyways,
No, she
probably not.
doesn't. Fuck out of here.
So then I went up there and I sang, and then he was like, "Do you think she's good?" And they were cheering, and then I got 20
Sure they
bucks.
were.
So I was like, "That's the easiest 20 bucks I ever made." So I guess I'm not a singer, so
We know.
Because the lady was like, "Go up there," and I was like, "No, I'm not a singer." Oh, look, and there's a song. Because he was like, "Who knows this song?" And I was like, "I know it." And then she's like, "Well, go up there for 20 bucks." No, I'm not a singer. Maybe not. But I went up there. Hey, it was 20 bucks. These are not from Dollar Tree. These are actually from Walmart. Oh, I want to address something because this is funny. I guess someone that lives here wants to debate me, and they're like, "Oh, something about you're gonna make an excuse and say that I'm gonna." I don't know what it was. It was a bunch of BS.
Sounds about right, because Tophia will never debate anybody, especially not in person. It's just never gonna happen.
I don't care enough. Fight yourself. Oh, you claim that people don't tell you stuff to your face. I want to tell you something to your face. I care why. I don't know who it was. They said they live here and they want to debate me that basically they're mad. They're like, oh, I hate her persona online. She's so happy or something like that. What? I'm not supposed to be happy. Go cry. I'm just
Nah, you're
I don't
fake.
know. Whoever it was, my mom sent me a screenshot. Besides that other screenshot.
Marie, get a life. Like, get a life, Marie. You and your daughter. Is that all y'all do? Is just search Tophia's name on Reddit and Discord? Like, y'all are fucking bored, man. Y'all have nothing else to do than to keep up with, the shit that people say about y'all. And you want to say that we ain't got no life? Shit. I could never.
She sent me up this website that already raised $6,000. And she told me you should
Word.
address this on your live. And I was like, Mom, people are not getting scammed. It's trolls that are donating, obviously. They could tell the whole website satire. Apparently, they donated and raised $6,000. Ain't that crazy? Making money off of me. I wanted to talk about a comment because they were like, oh, look, she's trying to force cleavage. Do you not see? Let me just press them down. So, how does that work? Can I just shrink them, please?
Can you stop?
Hello? Why are you so mad at that, bruh? You chose to comment that? Well, it is in the comments. You could go look. They were like, she's trying to force her cleavage. Okay, whatever. I was born this way when I was 10 years old, man. I don't know why. Especially
Oh my
commenting on
God,
women's
Tophia.
bodies. But I was sexualized when I was 10, and I'm not gonna... I got very sexualized because at that age, I was already way more developed than the other girls, obviously, up top. These have always been this way. I've never had no surgery.
Don't care.
Nothing. I didn't like it because I got a lot of comments about my boobs when I was younger. I couldn't control that. I can't control. One day I just woke up and there they were.
Oh my, like, come on, man. Well, like, what is this? Tophia, shut up. We understand how anatomy works, Tophia. You don't need to explain this to us.
And it's crazy because I used to get comments a lot about them. Especially when I was 10, because my brother's friends, they were a lot older. And I didn't
So
really have
weird.
much friends. Like I said, I had 2 friends.
And again, like, she always says that her brother's friends were way older, but it's like your brother was 3 years younger than you. So, like, what are we talking about? Like, was he hanging out with people that were 5, 6, 7 years older? Makes no fucking sense.
And they didn't really hang out with me. Only when that guy was around. That guy that we all liked. They wanted to pretend they were friends. They were my friends because they knew if they treated me any kind of way, he wouldn't talk to them. He wouldn't like them if they treated me horribly. It was an act. And so anyways, I would mostly hang out with my brother's friends. And my brother's friends had this car. It was an abandoned car that they had, and they lived in these apartments. And
Oh my
the window
goodness,
was
here we
covered with
go
blankets, so we would
again.
fall in through the window and we would just sit there and just talk and have conversations. And I would just be sitting there. Excuse me. Next thing, they just start making jokes and talking And I just got out and I was upset. I would cry all the time because I'm like, I didn't understand. That time I'm like 10 and why they're saying these things that really affected me. It affects me most of my life because I got a dump truck and it's always either this.
Bruh, you get Tophia, get the fuck out of here, man. Bruh. Oh my, I can't. Like, I'm trying. Oh my god. I'm trying to gauge what I can and can't say because this shit is fucking ridiculous, man. You do not have a dump truck. You are the truck. Like, be so fucking for real, Tophia. The most accurate thing you've ever said about your behind is that it is shaped a little funny. That was accurate. A dump truck is fucking crazy.
This or this, that. What do you do? It's just like,
Girl,
man,
boo.
it's always about my body in some way, shape, or form. Which, to an extent, right? I don't have an issue if it's someone that I know that we have that connection where it's like I can crack jokes. But when it's someone that I'm not on that level with and it's uncomfortable, but if it's someone that I know and I'm not uncomfortable, then fine, crack jokes all the time. But like, when you're 10, there's just some stuff that you shouldn't hear or know.
Tophia, you are 32 years old. Grow up. Move on. I don't care because I feel like everyone has had, you know, for the most part, maybe not everyone, but I would say like 90% of people hear raunchy jokes and nasty jokes about each other when they are kids. It's a part of growing up and getting older, man. And you are still hanging on to this. Like, shut up. Looking like a whole baked potato. Get the fuck out of here.
Or experience. You're 10 years old. You shouldn't have to go through stuff like that. That's horrible. I was. Anyways, but no, I don't like that. Is your cameo up? I do have cameo. It's still up. Tone my
Girl,
hair.
we
I have
don't
to
care.
re-dye my hair. So that's why my hair is like that, because I have to re-dye it. BL is boys. Drama. That's what it is. No, I would not eat cat food. Why would you ask that question? The same color that I dyed it last time. No, I don't want dreads. That's hard to manage and keep up with. So, no. You know what? Since someone mentioned onion boil, I've seen those onion boil videos. I don't like onions, but those onion boil videos make you want to
What?
try an onion boil now. It looks good. I ain't gonna
What
lie,
is
but
that?
I don't
Ugh.
like onions like that. I don't know. They come from a Discord and they like to spam stuff just to be annoying. Because I have, maybe if I lose weight, I won't lose this. I'm telling you. Some people, they say
Oh,
they're afraid of losing weight
bruh.
because they lose up here. Not me. If I lose weight, this is still gonna be here. Dang, I might just need to get reduction surgery. It's just comments. That's what.
Like, this is weird, man. I don't know. I don't know who got her gassed up, but she's really trying to hype up her body today. You know, body positivity, I guess. I don't see it, Toph, but hey, more power to you. You should be comfortable in your own skin.
What really affects me. To an extent, I try not to get upset, but it's just like I can't help these. They're just here. Do you expect me to just? What do you expect me to do
Bruh,
with them?
can you, like, stop? What the fuck are you? Okay, we get it. You have tits, Tophia. You don't need to keep grabbing them and shit, bro. Like, what is this? This is fucking weird. And I'm pretty sure she's streaming on TikTok, where a huge portion of her audience is probably people under 18. This is fucking weird, Toph.
I don't control what happens. And it's like someone said, it's so crazy that they comment about women's bodies. Mind you, the amount of DMs I get, I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. Who are you? It's not for you, so why are you commenting? And then these guys start
Okay.
talking to them. I'm not even joking. One DM after another, and I'm like, why are you talking to yourself? I'm not going to respond to you.
Why don't you just block them? It's almost like you want the attention because no one else is giving it to you. So the only place that Tophia is getting validation is from trolls and weird creepy guys just sending her nasty ass messages. Because she's down to block anybody else. You tell her to get a job, you're getting fucking blocked. But if you start making nasty snide comments about her body on some deviant shit, oh no, she might just leave that shit on red. But she ain't gonna block you though. Toph, you're a weirdo. You're weird.
I don't know you. Why would I date you? Oh, God. You think that's how you get a wife? Just be like, hey, let's skip dating and let's get married. Do I like cats? Not really. I had pet cats before. When I was in elementary school, we had 2 pet cats, Brownies and Stripes. This cat had kittens in our backyard, and we went to take them to the neighbor because it was a neighbor next door. The neighbor didn't answer, so my dad said we could keep them, and we had kittens. Then the
Cool,
neighbor
man.
decides to come over and be like, "Oh, have you seen my kittens?" And then my mom was like, "Nah, we didn't we kept the cats." I'm probably
Wow.
gonna
So y'all literally stole someone's cats. Amazing.
get in trouble for saying this, but so I'll tell you a crazy story. You want a crazy story time? So, oh
Not
man, I
really.
had anger issues like crazy. Well, not that bad. So we lived in this gated community, right? And we were walking around the neighborhood, or my brother was, I don't know, I think my brother saw it first. There was this big arcade. I'm talking big arcade. I don't remember what the arcade was. And it said free to whoever picks it up, right? So here we are. My dad's like, well, if you can find someone, walk around and ask someone, then you can have it. And I was like, no way. We're walking around looking for someone with a truck to help us take this to our house. And he's like, I'll pay them if they bring it here. So we're calling someone. We're standing outside. The neighbor across the, you already got someone coming. I'm like, so what did I do? Me and my brother's friend hatched up a plan.
Okay.
We went over because they had the arcade in their backyard. Well, not the backyard, the side. You didn't have to go to the backyard. We snuck over there with a pair of scissors. I cut the cord because I was like, they were watching us too. They watched us literally try to find someone to take it for hours. It was a while. They were watching us trying to find someone to take this arcade, and then they had the audacity last minute to tell us, oh, we have someone coming. First come, first serve, right? I'm
Like you like Tophia. So you're just a petty ass person because, like you said, first come, first serve. So if they got a truck there before y'all, they would have been the ones first. What do you mean? Like, just she's like so morally corrupt. It's actually insane. It's just crazy.
sure who would ever got there first would have got it. I don't care. Like, it says free. I don't see the person coming for that anywhere. So then I cut the cord because I was mad. You literally
If I can't have it, nobody can have it. Looking ass.
watched us ask. It was all crazy. So I thought it was funny. And it was it was one of those big arcades.
And you
That you
ruined
put
it.
the quarter in. It was crazy. We almost had an arcade machine free. I don't know why they got rid of it. It looks perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I already denied it. I don't know how many times. I'm not going to address something. I already addressed the comments. Duh. I don't need to be addressing negative things. Like, this live stream is not that. I'm trying to keep it positive. So FBI isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, keeping it positive by telling us stories from 10, 20 years ago. Thanks, Tophia. I think I would prefer you respond to negative comments, honestly.
Anything about that. That was years ago. What's the FBI going to do? Nothing. I slept all day and now I'm starting to get sleepy. I sleep all day.
Wow.
And I feel like a walking zombie a lot of the time, but it might be. I have major depression, so sometimes my depression, I'm down and then I get sleepy. So there's that. Great. What am I going to do? Oh, that scared the crud out of me. I thought there was something in there because I heard. And I was like, no, I'm a robot. I'm just kidding. I have a video on my page. I have a literal video about me being bisexual. If you look at my page, you wouldn't have to ask.
We
that.
don't
I think
care.
everyone knows at this point. It's not a secret. Comments are getting annoying. Oh, now you want to come out. They have been from the Discord. I really don't care. I don't even know what it is, but and sometimes I get where I feel like I took sleep medicine and I haven't. Comments kind of dwindle down.
Hold on, what? What medicine? Go back.
They have been from the Discord. I really don't care. I don't even know what it is, but and sometimes I get where I feel like I took sleep medicine and I haven't. Comments kind of dwindle down.
I have no idea what she
I was
said.
talking about the arcade thing was a while ago. I wasn't talking about a situation. That arcade machine where I cut it with scissors because someone said, call the FBI. The FBI can't do anything about that because I thought they were talking about the arcade thing when I cut it with scissors. Night and day. Hailey Bieber is a stalker. Did you know that? You know how she got Justin Bieber? It's because she stalks him a lot.
Oh, so are you pulling plays out of her book? You trying to replicate her strategy, Toph? Because, I mean, that's what it seems like with Wesley and Crushchew. Just saying.
There's a whole video on it. When he was with Selena Gomez, she was in the background of a lot of his events. She had magazines with him on it, in it. It's a whole thing. She literally, to the point where she got with him. Mind you, that could very much be a thing. Some people think there's a fine line between manifestation and that's not manifestation. That's just straight up crazy. Yeah, they did move on. It's not gullible. Look it up. She did. It's a whole thing. It's not gullible. There's evidence, there's pictures that states the claim she was a stalker. Yes. You see how Justin Bieber is now? There was a whole conversation. I can't remember who. Oh, I think I know. We had a whole conversation because they were like, he's not doing. You could clearly tell he's not doing good. There's so much going on, and between the whole Selena Hailey Bieber thing, there's just a lot. Mind you, I'm not on any side when it comes to Selena or Hailey Bieber because I really don't care. Selena's not.
Sure. I mean, you gotta be, there's gotta be some bias. You're calling one of them a fucking stalker, but okay.
Dating him, move on. Some people gotta stop being in these parasocial relationships where they
Tophia.
follow people's relationships so much so online. I see it all the time when someone breaks up, they're like, oh my god, I don't believe in love because they were the perfect couple and look, and it's just like, stop being so parasocial. You're too invested in people's relationships. I don't got enough time for that. I really don't.
Tophia, you literally have all of the time. You just told us you slept all day and that you're tired again. You have all the time in the world, obviously.
I don't got enough time to be following someone's relationship like that. That's too weird. Cute couple, move on. It's not that huge of a deal. You know what I mean? I don't have time. Nope. No, I wasn't in a parasocial relationship. Are you? That's funny. No, I was not. I never even dated that person. I already explained the situation. I'll explain it again for those of you.
Oh my god, no.
Story times, right? So this person was popular on Musically because of their looks. We all know that, right?
Okay, so this is either about Justin Burke or I don't know if Wesley was on Musically or not. Okay, I have to mentally prepare, but go ahead.
Singer, songwriter, whatever. So what happened is that, anyways, I started supporting this person and it became over time, right? And then there was this girl that catfished us. I already explained this. We had a group chat. She wanted to join. She was a gymnast that basically she was sharing that she was possibly gonna.
Oh, the minor that invited you to the group chat, her? Yeah, go ahead.
Going to the Olympics, right? So we were like, oh, I'll support you. Whatever the case may be. So anyways, this whole thing happened and she had messaged me. She's like, I want to join. And I was like, so I talked to the people in the group. They're like, yeah, you can join. Anyway, she starts talking to.
What? No, hold on. Cause now she changes the stories every time she tells this shit. Cause I literally covered her talking about this when, we were going back, well, not back and forth, but she was going on a tirade about the Discord having minors. But she told a whole story about how this girl that she thought was a minor and was going to be going to like the Olympics or some shit invited her to this group. Now she's saying that she invited the girl after she talked to the other people in the group. Bruh, flip-flopping ass. Like, I can't. This is why you can't believe anything that Tophia says, bro. The story changes every single time she tells it.
To me, she tells me so. She says, I think he likes you. And I was like, no, I just blew it off because I'm like, no, you're like, that's not true. Whatever. Right? But it was more than one person. It wasn't just her. Someone else told me, and then more than one person started telling me.
They was trolling you, girl.
If more than one person's telling me, they must see something I don't. He had this friend at the time that was. She had a guy for every letter. All of her friends are reality TV stars, whatever. She brags about hanging out at places where celebrities are. She bragged about going to the same church Justin Bieber went to. That's when Justin Bieber used to be into the church and he would go to Hillsong. Anyways, she was very much a superficial person that was into her looks and how she looked with guys. It was just really weird. So There was this whole trip that happened and he went down there. She wanted to brag that she slept with him while he went into the shower because he's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. He popped in on her live to say hi to people, and then when he left the live and he was showering, that's what she said. So me and his friends were like in the bed together. It was all three of us, and then we asked him to leave, and then we start wrestling in the bed together. I don't know why she had to bring that up, right? She was trying to make me jealous, which I could care less. Girl, whatever. I'm not gonna fight you over this guy. You can have him. I don't do that. I don't fight for relationships. It's really weird. She called.
Girl, you don't fight for anything. You don't even fight for your own life, your own living circumstances. So I believe it. This is one thing I do believe.
Called me fake on her live. She never even met me in real life, but I'm fake. Anyways, this whole thing happened where she starts feeding him lies and telling him I'm a horrible person because she's jealous at the fact that he likes me and doesn't like her. And
oh, really, Tophia? Now it's interesting because you literally just got done telling us that he went to visit her and was staying with her. I guess him and his friend went to see her and they all stayed together. But he liked you. He didn't like her. Do you fucking hear yourself? You sound like a crazy person.
Basically, a relationship got ruined. I think so. It was the whole thing. My friend was talking about her on live, and I had nothing to do with that. I was just sitting there on the live. You guest people, I was a guest on the live. And I basically told her, hey, whatever she said, I have nothing to do with it. I was just there. I was not talking about you. I didn't say anything. And she's like, it's okay. I know you weren't talking about me. Someone went on her live the next day and told her I was talking about her. She goes on a tangent talking about how I'm fake and all this crap, right? And
you
she
are,
blocked
though.
Me and some other people. But she has a guy for every letter. She was just using him. Who cares? Anyways, they dated for 8 months. I know they were dating, but my other friend couldn't believe it because she was so in love with the guy. She was like, stop. She's like, don't tell me that. She's like, I'm going to block you if you keep saying that. And I'm like, they're dating. What do you, like, read the room. Look at the signs. I get it. It is hurtful. When you love somebody and you see them with someone else, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta sting. Like, you're going to be in denial, right? She was in denial.
Tough.
She couldn't believe. And I was like, nothing we could tell her would ever make her, like, she said, even with his fiance now, because he's engaged, right? She was like, I'm gonna wait till they break up so we can date. And I'm like, that's not how this works. Why are you hoping he breaks up? Why are you hoping his relationships fail? What is it? She was obsessed with him. No one else could like him. She tried to play matchmaker one time with this other guy that I told you. It was a whole thing. And then she was spamming his comments. Look at her videos. Notice. I was like, well.
Oh, you mean the same way that you did Wesley? How you was spamming his comments? Because Tophia was dropping like 3 to 5 comments and shit on his videos. Kind of like that. Huh.
Don't spam him, jeez. And then it became a whole thing. And so people, and I know what people, you always say people are jealous, but it was true. I didn't do anything, so I don't know why people treated me like that. Someone liked me, and it was mad because they liked that person, and because that person liked me, I got it 10 times worse. Because it's just like, oh, because people couldn't, like, I'm just myself. I can't help that people like me. That's not my fault, right?
Tophia.
So anyways, it became a whole thing. It was drama. And then she talked crap about me online, blocked me, and then basically he listened to her because obviously. And they dated for 8 months. It didn't work out.
Well, hold on. Whoa. What do you mean, obviously? I thought everyone liked you. Why wouldn't he listen to you, Tophia? You're the likable one. You're the one that's not starting any drama or any trouble. But he didn't listen to you? Interesting.
And that's how that happened. Mind you, I never dated that person because she got in the way, so...
Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of stuff. She was bragging all the time. She'd be like, oh, he moved here for me. And I'm like, whatever. Just a bragger. That's
salty.
All she ever did was brag. Tried to make me jealous because she hated me. And when I say she hates my guts, hate is a strong word, but that girl hated me. I remember one time it was so funny. She's really into The Bachelorette, right? The Bachelor, Bachelorette. So they were watching The Bachelorette together, and I think it was his live. I don't know if it was her live or his. And I had commented, and I said, oh, The Bachelor is a sappy love story, right? And he turned to her, and I cannot make this up, and he said, Tophia says The Bachelor is a sappy love story. The look on her face when he mentioned my name was just priceless. She was so infuriating. I was like, girl. Please.
Bruh. Did you just say she was infumigated? Is that what you just said? Do you mean infuriated? Let's listen to that again, y'all.
My name was just priceless. She was so infuriating. I was like, girl. Please.
Wow.
So then.
She really has a great grasp on the English language, doesn't she, y'all? Crazy work.
There's this pageant girl that's on there. And she's like, oh, pageant girls are so stuck up. And I was like, I was in a pageant when I was little because I was in a baby pageant. I have my trophies. They're in storage. I got first place curly top for my hair. I got second place most photogenic. And I think I got third place. No one cares,
Toph.
Anyways. I was in a pageant when I was little. And he told her, oh, Tophia was in a pageant when she was little. And he's like, whatever. Just reading my comments and feeding it to her. And she was just so mad that he was responding to my comments. It was crazy. Look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I was 3 years old. No, I didn't say I was 3 years old. But it was just so crazy. That's been my love life.
That is, hold on. That is what you said. You literally just said the pageant was when you were 3. Now you're saying that it wasn't when you were 3. Then how old were you, Toph? Bruh. Okay. Whatever. Let's just. Oh, my brain. Okay, let's keep going.
Life, bro. People are so jealous that someone likes me. Even recently,
Really?
I didn't think that would have been a thing. I talked about that worker. I'm trying because people see my live streams and I gotta be careful, but that person didn't want you, so I'm not gonna fight you for someone. I don't know what you got out of it. What do you get out of that? It doesn't make sense. Well, people do. I'm not gonna say anything. It's crazy.
They don't.
But it was like a whole thing. She was taking it out on me because she was interested in someone I was friends with. It was a whole thing, and then she would just make up stuff. Facts, right? All I did was exist, and because I was friends with this person that she liked, what? Do you think someone's gonna like you because you're trying to fish for a compliment from them? That's like, I don't even know. It was a whole thing. And plus, she knew me from social media. She knows me. She was disabled, right? And I'm not talking bad about her, but she did use her disability because one time she messaged him and told him that he wouldn't date her because she's not able, that she couldn't walk. You don't do that to someone. There's a difference, right? She literally messaged him in DMs and told him that, oh, you don't want to date me because I can't walk. That was not the whole thing. You can't guilt trip someone into liking you. If they don't like you, they don't like you.
I mean, shit, you try to guilt trip us into liking you. Calling us ableists and racists and this ism and that ist. And you swear that's the only reason that no one likes you. It can't be my character. It can't be the shit that I be saying.
He told her 5 times that he didn't want to date her. 5 times.
Kind of like Crush Chew tells you multiple times that y'all are just friends and that you can't take a hint. Kind of like that. Huh.
It shouldn't have to even be 5 times. Someone shouldn't date somebody because they feel sorry for them. It has nothing to do with her disabilities, right? I get it, someone's disabled, but that should never be an excuse. If someone doesn't like you, you can't force somebody to like you.
Yeah, Tophia.
Then, recent situation that happened. All I did, I was just friends with someone and she was jealous because that person didn't like her. Well, I'm sorry.
What the hell happened to the video?
What do you want? Like, seriously, lying on me, saying that I'm going live on property.
You were, though. You were going live on the property, though. So, like, don't try to act like you wasn't, because you definitely were.
We should be back, hopefully. I had to leave and do something. But it's just so crazy because it's just like all I do is exist. Why are people threatened? It's not even threatened. Why are people in competition with someone? I'm not in competition with you. They want to be.
Girl, Tophia, stop it. Just stop it. Because, like, this is giving you think you just the baddest. No one is in competition with you. Especially not as of late. You're literally homeless, chilling in a shelter, gaining weight at a rapid rate, with no prospects or aspirations to get out. No one's in competition with you, Toto.
Be in competition over somebody, and I'm not going to fight you over someone. That's that, but I know they don't want to be with you, so hold on. It's just like jealousy is a disease. Jealousy is a big disease. I'm just saying. It's a disease. Is it going to work? It's my data ran out. So even though I have unlimited data, when the data runs out, it runs slow. And it ran out at the beginning of the month. How does my data run out when I just... Why would I do that when I'm a...
Because you're chronically fucking online, Tophia. Again, I will always point back to when they showed your screen time usage and you were averaging 16 hours a day. That's literally like every waking minute being on your phone, that's insane. So yes, I can believe you used all your data the first week of the month. It's very believable.
A part of that community. Does it look like Scissor Summer is happening? Hello, I don't have anyone, so no. So
Forever alone.
There was this lady, right, that I followed. This one video is why I followed her. Because she was like, this guy said, oh, you and I laughed. So, and then I was laughing on the live about it because it popped in my head. And then I said that. I was like, oh, I'm laughing because she said, Scissor Summer. And I'm like, it's Scissor Summer, guys. So, it's funny. We're the most comfortable people to cuddle with. Who cares if I'm a beanbag? And then I became the
what?
At this point, I really don't care. I didn't even go to the gym. I was going to the gym at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? Recently, I stopped going. But I never went to the gym to try to lose weight. I did this to myself because people bullied me. I don't get why people make fun of people. That's not funny.
Well, why don't you? I don't know what the hell just happened to the video. Well, why don't you keep going to the gym and do something about it? It's like you're lucid enough to understand that you ate yourself up to this size, but you don't want to do anything about it. And then you turn around and cry and complain about, oh, if I was skinnier, maybe people would like me. Maybe somebody would want to date me. I mean, personally, I think people would date you, but your personality and character is just fucking terrible. So you combine that with the way you look, yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked, man. You like, look, you either gotta have a whole different, you gotta have a whole personality change, or you need to get your ass in the gym. One of the two.
Why are we still being fat phobic in 2026 is crazy. Who cares about my body? Why do you care so much? Well, I was going,
You
but I
care,
can't go
apparently.
anymore. I was going with someone that had a gym membership, and that's why I was going.
Tophia, you can pay for all this shit. You just bought a Nintendo Switch. You can drop $50 on a popcorn bucket and, you know, buy yourself a TV, but you can't spend like $10, $15 a month on something that would not only just benefit the way you look, but would make you a healthier person in general. I guess, you know, hey, priorities, man. Like I say, they are important.
I can't afford a gym membership, and
You
I
can.
don't have to go, so I would go.
Tophia, you like get the fuck out. You can't go out and buy a TV, a Switch, a $50 popcorn bucket, and you were about to buy an Xbox, or yeah, I think it was an Xbox, but the guy wouldn't meet you. That's the only reason you didn't buy it. You can't be buying all this shit and then be like, oh, I can't afford a $15, $20 a month gym membership. Like, no, you don't want to work out. You're fucking lazy. That's literally all it is.
Oh, see, that's why when I get a place, I'm gonna try to see if I can request a free sample for one of those treadmills.
Oh my girl.
I don't.
A free sample for a treadmill? Girl, come on. TikTok, y'all better not give her no fucking... That would be the worst ad ever. That shit will never get put to use besides the initial video to claim it.
I don't know. It's just hard. I need to talk with a personal trainer. Get with a personal trainer, which
You
costs
really
money
don't,
'cause
but
it's
okay.
not free. And see what workouts I need to do to lose weight. I don't know. It's just a lot going on, and I do have my tendencies that I want to go back to. Sometimes I'll tell myself, "Oh, some days my depression is bad that I can't even eat, so I don't eat for
Right,
a
yeah.
couple days." It's that whole thing. But some days I tell myself, "Oh, you should starve yourself," and that's not good. I think people like me the way that I am, and I shouldn't change myself or lose weight for others.
Who likes you the way you are? Who's lying to you? Step forward. I don't believe that even for a second, Tophia, and you know it. You know no one likes you. You have no friends. You can't keep anyone in your circle. What are you talking about?
Other people, and that was one of the things that was recommended by the therapist, and he was like, "It's a good thing that you went." So anyways, he said going to the gym works for depression.
It
but
does.
Then I stopped going because I couldn't afford a gym membership,
So like again, okay, so even the supposed therapist told her that going to the gym can help your depression. Because Tophia, she doesn't want to take medication. You know, she thinks journaling is a waste of time. And now she's telling us that, oh, well, you know, hey, things, you know, I was going to the gym, but now I can't because I can't afford it. I can afford all this other junk and bullshit. And, you know, I got a whole cart of Temu clothes that I want to buy. But the $15 a month for the gym membership to help my depression, nah, can't afford it.
I felt good. I would come back, do everything that I had to do after the gym. It was just really great. I didn't have a cardiac event. So my heart problems is not because of my eating. Pericardial
Right.
effusions stem from the scar tissue right here where I had my heart surgery. That got infected.
Okay.
So, sorry, I blinked. My thing got infected, which caused the fluid buildup around my heart. That's what happened. That usually stems from if you had COVID, if you do chemo treatments. I don't do chemo treatments because I don't have cancer. I didn't have COVID at the time. I forget what else, but I know one of the other ones was some infection when your scar gets infected, and it happens years after you've had heart surgery. So that's literally what happened. Basically, is I know that was the only thing because they ran tests and they couldn't find nothing. I'm not on chemo. I'm not on. I don't take insulin. I didn't have COVID at the time. There was something else. So, and then what literally happened was is my heart surgery that I had when I was 5, and it was either a clogged valve. I think it was a hole in my heart, a clogged valve. They went in there and they fixed it. Thankfully, when I was 5, I was not overweight. I actually had. I really kept up my body, if that makes sense. Thank you for the good points.
Yeah. At 5 years old, I kept my body up. Yeah, I was putting in a conscious effort to keep myself in shape at 5. Like, bro, shut the fuck up, Toph. Just ridiculous.
Until I hit middle school, going into high school, because middle school I got bullied for my body, even though I wasn't overweight. People gained the weight.
That makes sense. Okay.
What made them do surgery was because I had pain on my side, on both my sides of my ribs, and I was trying to go to sleep, and I couldn't sleep. This was when I had around that sac that was pushing against the sac in my heart. That fluid pushing was transmitting the pain to my sides. That's how I found out. So they did a CAT scan. They did the IV thing, the stitches. That was, it pinched and it really hurt. The pinching, ouch. When they closed up the stitches, that hurt then worse than them pulling out the tubes. And so anyways, they drained the fluid. I had to carry this white thing because I was in the hospital for a week. So when I go to the bathroom, I had to carry that with me to the bathroom. I couldn't shower for a while. I didn't shower. Every night at 3 a.m., they would come in, they would take blood samples and test to see why I got that, why I got a pericardial effusion. I don't know. They said, we've never seen someone your age on this side of the hospital. It's usually older people. And they were like, we've never seen someone this young on this side. And so I was like, oh, the doctor told me you either have one of two things. Sorry, you either have run-ins with the police or you're in the hospital a lot. I was in the hospital a lot. I had an abscess. I had heart problems. I had to have surgery for abscess. They had to drain that. And it was very painful. You know what's going on. They keep commenting and spamming the comments with something else because I know I play the song a lot.
Bruh. Look at this face. Jesus Christ. The hair, the eyes, the chin stubble. Toph, like, man, you are like morphing into Marie in real time. Holy hell, man. I might have to upgrade your status from 56 to probably about 61. You are aging rapidly.
See what I like it. But that's basically my heart problems, and it has nothing to do with my eating. Hey, let's hope it.
Yeah, because I'm sure if you changed your eating habits, that wouldn't help, prevent anything like that from happening in the future, right? Right.
Works this time, and I can see the comments. I couldn't see the comments at all. No, I bought a phone from AliExpress one time, or no, Wish. I did buy a phone from Wish one time, and it was funny too. And It was a really good phone. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a gold phone, and someone stole it though. Someone wanted to trade me for some of those phones on there. Be really good though. And I know that I play this song a lot, but I like it. Anyways, I need to get a juicer. How many times I've tried to get a juicer and it just does not work out. So I got one from Temu, right? They gave me 3 items. And one of the free items was a juicer. They stole some of my items and I'm so angry. One of the items.
Tophia, stop collecting junk to bring into this fucking room that you're in. This, bruh, this is not an apartment. This is not your crib. You done went and got a fucking TV, and now you talking about going out and getting a juicer. You don't need appliances when you're fucking homeless. Because what happens when you inevitably get kicked out of this shelter because you don't want to do anything to improve your life? Now you got all this extra bullshit to lug around. Or you're just going to end up tossing it into the storage. Just more junk to go in there. Ridiculous.
I think it was a juicer. One of the items I wanted to get was this shirt that was from Boise. It was supposed to come. It never came. I do need the juicer though. My own juice.
You don't. You really don't.
Hey guys, I'm not even on Grindr. I don't do dating apps. No, dating apps ain't for me.
You don't do dating apps? You don't do dating, period.
No, my Switch got lost. It went in the car because I had my Switch in the car when that happened, and they auctioned everything off. The car got auctioned off. My brother's cell phone was in there, my Switch, a bunch of personal things. So the whole car situation, it was under investigation. So when they had it blocked off after the carjacking, I couldn't retrieve anything because they were taking pictures. They were literally, it was a whole investigation. They took the car to a tow yard. I
Impound
couldn't get
lot.
stuff until
Yeah.
they told me it was okay to get stuff.
Exactly. So why didn't you go get the shit, Tophia? Why did you, again, just couldn't be bothered, couldn't put in the effort to go get you and your family's stuff out of the car? Because that requires some level of work. Just the laziest person I've ever seen.
When they said, okay, you can get stuff from your car, that's when I was like, well, they told me what tow yard, and I didn't really hear. So,
Bruh. If you didn't really hear, why the fuck would you not ask again? Like, oh, can you say that again, please? I didn't catch that. Like, bruh, she's like, slow is an understatement. Like, this is crazy.
then when I tried to figure out what tow yard, then I started to have a hassle of finding out what tow yard the car was at. I want to get my stuff. By the time they told me what tow yard, we get there and they're like, we auctioned off the car.
Word. So like, how long did you wait? Because I'm assuming I don't know exactly the logistics of the impound lot, but I would assume they probably give you like at least a week or two to come pick up the car before they send it to the auction block. So you're telling me that they were giving you the information like, hey, you can go get your stuff out of the car. It's at this tow yard. You didn't catch the name. And then you just sat on your ass until you, like, bruh, just come on, man. This, like, how hard is it to make a phone call, Tophia? That's literally all you would have had to do. You could have just called the police station back and been like, hey, what was the name of the impound lot where my, the car for the Slidell family incident, whatever. Just couldn't be bothered. And then look at her, just sitting there looking dumb.
I was devastated. My brother's cell phone.
No, you weren't. You don't give a fuck, Tophia. You don't care. You don't care about your brother. Oh, you talk about the pile of ashes. He got the guy that got smoked. Like, you do not care. And it was like, I don't give a damn about Junior, but it's just disgusting because you're his sister. You're supposed to care. And the shit that you said earlier in this video, mind blowing. I was like shell shocked for a good minute after that. But all right, Toph, go ahead.
Pictures that he had in his phone. I don't know if I would have been able to get into it, but his cell phone, he got my mom an iPhone, my Switch, my personal belongings, my clothes, things that
your stuff. Yeah.
Back, because how am I gonna get his cell phone back? He had photos on there. I can't get the cell phone back. That's the thing that hurts. That's gone forever.
You don't care.
I get it. It's some materialistic things, but especially if it's in a personal cell phone with photos in it, you know what I mean? What games do I play? I like to play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, Mario. I was playing this game, Hello Neighbor. That's a good game. But I like playing Call of Duty, Fortnite. I tried to play Apex. I couldn't really get into that. It's all right, but I'm more Fortnite is my speed. So no. Right. So what happened with that is we got it situated. They said as long as I bring in the death certificate, I was able to get stuff. Yes, the car was not registered in his name because he was trying to get it registered. But they said to contact the girl who owned the car. I couldn't figure out how to contact her. They told me since that was an issue, they said, well, bring in the death certificate and you can get into the car. You can get your stuff.
Okay.
When I went down there after I finally found out where the stuff was.
These stupid fucking music gifts, man. TikTok, count your fucking days. I swear.
They were like, okay, when I went down there, then they told me it got auctioned off. They said, we're sorry, the car was auctioned off. It's gone. After they told me I could just bring the death certificate and get into the car, they could have told me that the whole time. It's not even about that. It's about making money.
No.
They made money. Thank you for the good points. They sold my stuff. They auctioned off the car knowing right? My brother's friend wanted that car because she was like, I'll pay however much money it is to get it out of the tow yard. I didn't want the car. To be honest with you, I could never see myself driving the car again just because of the trauma. I would just rather get a whole other car. You know what I'm saying? Because that's trauma from that. So from the time that we were at the funeral home planning the services, so we were setting up and planning the services. Mind you, CBRC only paid up to $6,000. We still need $4,120 more to bury my brother.
No, no, Tophia, what you needed to do instead of cremating him and then you should have just buried him. You idiot. You and your dumbass mom. You know you only had up to $6,000 from the state. Why you would decide to add an extra step to the burial is beyond me. You wanted to grift off of his damn death. That's it. Period.
I don't want people to sit here and say you got money for services. That money
You
only
did.
paid for the cards that we got, which I have in the back of my phone with his picture on it and the little poem. And the poem I chose was "Think of me when the leaves blow in the breeze. Think of me in the summertime," or something like that. It's a poem. I have his picture, his memorial card in the back of my phone. I carry it with me everywhere. But my brother, thank you for.
So the money only paid for some cards and a poem? Shut the hell up.
For the corgi. So while we were planning for the services, they called me.
Oh my god, I swear.
I was doing the services, and for me, everything was happening. So I forgot what tow yard they said. They had me calling around a bunch of people who wouldn't tell me. Finally, I got told from the evidence place where the car was. So then I went, and basically, at first they told me, well, they said you can't get into the car. I said, well, it's not registered to my brother. There's this other girl, and they told me I had to find out who she was. So then we were trying to figure out who the girl was, get a hold of her somehow. That didn't work. And then basically we went and my brother is dead. He was in a carjacking. I explained the whole situation. They said, well, if you have your ID, which I did, and you have the death certificate, you can bring that down. And then basically, but the car got auctioned off, and at that point I was devastated. My brother's phone is gone. It had photos in there. The other stuff is irreplaceable. Another stuff can be replaceable. That's irreplaceable. That cell phone is irreplaceable. The clothes, all of the other stuff, replaceable. The phone is not replaceable because it has sentimental value in it. You know what I mean? Like photos and things. I could buy a new iPhone, but you know what I mean? No, I had his death certificate. That's what I mean. I went down there with the death certificate. It had nothing to do about the death certificate. They didn't tell me where the...
No, Tophia. They did tell you what lot it was. You literally just got done saying while you were planning out the services, you forgot. Because it's not important to you. None of that shit was important. You didn't give a damn about the car. You didn't give a fuck about what was in the car. And if you did, it was an afterthought because you're like, oh, I'm a victim of a violent crime. They'll hold the car forever for me and my family. Just like you think they're holding your brother's ashes for almost a year and a half. Because this whole story about some random woman that her son went, I don't believe that shit, man. It makes absolutely no sense. What sense does it make that you have family in New Mexico? You could have gave the urn to your uncle or some other family member that's in the state. Like, okay, whatever.
Only hold cars up to 40 days. That was the issue. So anyway, sorry. I was saying that affected me because that's something I can't get back by an iPhone. But you know what I mean? I don't have my brother's information to back up anything either. So there's that. We should start doing gaming vids. Once I'm able to game again, then maybe. I gotta figure out how to record my gaming. I know how on Xbox, but you know what I mean? It was more than a month. They only hold up the cars for like the whole 40 days. I was trying to figure out where the car was at.
You had 40 days to go pick this motherfucker up. And it, like... Like, what do I even say? She is the definition of irresponsible. You had over a month to get this shit together. And then again, like, you had everything you need. You had your ID, you had the death certificate. You just needed to figure out the location, and it took you over a month and 10 days to do that. Fucking ridiculous.
The whole time. They wouldn't tell me until I didn't even know they hold help. Thank you for the gifts. I didn't know they hold up cars up to 40 days. I didn't know that. And the whole time, since the time they told me I could get the stuff out of the car, I was trying to look for where the car was at.
Again, why didn't you like just call the place back that told you? Because I mean, obviously they had to call your cell phone, so you would have had the number of the place that called you and told you where it was initially in your call log. Again, slow is an understatement.
So the whole time, you know what I mean? It wasn't just I waited till the last minute and tried to look for the car. No.
You did.
I saw something and now I don't know what happened. For safety reasons, then you tell CVRC that he wanted to be buried. CVRC does not give you extra money. That's not how that works. They said the most they give you is up to $6,000. CVRC does not give you money like that. That's not how it works. They don't give you money for. They said we can only fund up to $6,000. The rest would have to come out of pocket. They already.
And if you knew that, why the fuck would you get him cremated if your mom wanted him buried? That is the question that I will always come back to. Because, oh, we'll just start a GoFundMe. Oh, but we can't start the GoFundMe. It'll have to be in someone else's name. Like, bruh, y'all were grifting like no one's ever grifted before. This whole scheme, and I am so glad that it all backfired and you didn't get a fucking dime. That it literally warmed my heart when I saw that fucking GoFundMe got taken down.
He explained that to us. So that money came out of pocket. That was not the whole thing, right? I'm going to explain to you because you said prioritize the burial. Now I had the service is because I had that GoFundMe. That GoFundMe raised $7,000. At that time,
stupid.
We hadn't. The service was already planned. I can't cancel a service.
You shouldn't have had a service at all. And if you were going to have the service, you shouldn't have had a cremation if y'all wanted him buried. That's like the whole thing. It's like y'all literally added as many steps as possible. So a gun can't even talk, like I'm getting mad. You added as many steps as possible. So you would have to make a GoFundMe so you could try to get extra fucking money, Toph. You and your mom are despicable.
They already they didn't cremate my brother yet. They already prepared my brother for the service and they put him in a casket. We have to pay for that. He was already prepared after we had set up the service.
Who's we had to pay for that?
We had the GoFundMe at that time. I don't remember when GoFundMe refunded people, but I already had to pay for everything. The cards, all of.
You didn't pay for shit. What are you talking about? You not a single dollar came out of your pocket, Toph. Stop trying to make it seem like you were the one that did and set all this up, because no. If it wasn't for the state, your brother would have been, I don't know, just rotting somewhere. I don't know.
All of that, we had the GoFundMe money. That's why I was like, oh, he can get buried. We have that $7,000, but GoFundMe refunded it because
stupid.
I'm trying to keep positive, but when I think about it, it's sad because my brother's not here. He's dead. But my brother.
Yeah, a pile of ashes. Right? Right.
Thank you for joining. I blocked those AI videos. Did the people that offered him know about your social media? Oh, Octane, sorry. I don't know who the guy was. All I know from what the news shared, he ditched an SUV in the park. He was running from police and he came upon our car. Now, I believed it was someone from social media because I didn't really know everything was happening, right? I don't know this guy. I know he's just trying to get into the car. I know the second time I got out from under the blanket, my brother was missing an eye. At that point, my brother was dead. I already knew. Because I know my brother wouldn't let this guy do that. and it's a lot of trauma just
Is it
reliving that,
though?
having to talk about it. I'm okay sometimes, but it's sad. I don't know this guy. I don't know why he did what he did. I can't ask him questions. He's not alive. I'm kind of relieved that I don't have to relive this and see him in court and look at him in court. But it's hard. Some days when I'm enjoying life, it's hard.
It's a simple yes or no. Shit myself, have you? Feel it down below.
Okay, I actually like that music gif. I'll let that one rock. But y'all need to stop giving her money. Continue.
Here I am enjoying life, and I'm like, oh, he's not here to enjoy that. What do I do? Anyways, that's basically what happened. I have this thing on my finger. You know what I mean? But anyways, I just want to be able to enjoy life with the people that I have. Because like mom, we don't live forever, and I'm one of those people that I value the time that I have with the people I still have on earth. Because it's
Girl,
like,
no you don't. No you don't. If you valued the time that you have with the people, and just hell, even value the time you yourself have, you would not willingly be sitting here doing absolutely nothing. How can you say you value time? Because when Tophia first went into the shelter, within that first month, she was already telling us that she has talked to people that has been on the waiting list for over 4 years. And you want me to believe that you give a fuck about time or spending time with your mom? No, you don't. What you care about is putting in the least amount of effort to get the maximum result. Everything that you have done, that is what it equals out to.
it's like one day I'm not gonna have them. My friends and my family. Sorry, there was something in my eye. But my friends and my family, that's very important. The time that I get to spend with people, I cherish like that time because it's like one day they're just not gonna be here. We don't live forever.
Sure.
Even though there's promises of do this and fountain of youth and oh my god, if you eat these, you'll live forever. What if you don't?
No
You
one
shouldn't
says
be
that, but
promising
okay.
people to live forever. They'll do anything they can to live forever. People will. It's just crazy. Anyways, I do want to spend time with my mom. What do you mean?
No, you
Don't
don't.
speak for me, please. Do you have any updates on your mom? Yeah, she's doing good. We're eventually gonna see each other on my brother's birthday, so that's great. But
We'll see about that. We'll see about that when it actually happens.
I'm gonna go get some sleep. But stay safe, guys. Thank you for liking, commenting.
Okay, shut up. Goodbye. Well, that is today's video, y'all. Just full of shit. And I still can't believe that she referred to Brother Chu as a pile of ashes. Like, that is going to stick in my mind for weeks upon weeks, if not months. That was just like the craziest thing to say. But that's my time. Thank you all so much for watching. Highly appreciate every single one of you. Special thanks, of course, to my slug pups and honorary slug cats. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop a like. That helps out a ton. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I hope all y'all have an amazing night or morning whenever you get to see this. And until next time, y'all be safe, be kind to each other, and I'll see you all very soon.